We are just 1 week away from the 2024 presidential election, and this race it's become so tight. It is so contested. If you've watched the news cycle the last 2 or 3 days, there's been some crazy news events that are definitely going to have some effect on the swing states. We know these states here, the blue states, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Washington, Oregon, California. We know there are lockdowns for Vice President Harris. You've got this red wave and red river going through the central United States of America, running from the West Coast all the way through the Midwest, the South, and parts of the Ohio Valley, all the way to the East Coast. Those are lockdown reds. But what we're going to do, we're going to focus on these swing states. Right now, the polls, the media, we have about 7 swing states in play right here. When you look at Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, we're going to dive into those states. I'm going to do something here real quick. You might not agree with me, but I would put my house on it. We got 2 states that aren't swing states. Arizona is not a swing state. It's going to go red. Georgia is not really a swing state. It's going to go red. We got Trump at 246 to Vice President Kamala Harris at 225. We do want to dive into Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. When we go to look at these polls, we're going to look at the very credible, very well calculated and methodically gathered data from these major polling agencies. And that's how we're going to come up with this decision. And by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you who the 47th president of the United States of America is going to be. Let's go out here to the West. Let's go to Nevada. 6 electoral college votes. 2020, Joe Biden won Nevada by about 33,500 votes. 33,596 to be exactly precise. Let's run and jump up here and look at the current polling data right now. Real Clear Politics gathers a lot of data from various different polling agencies. Right now, Trump has about a half a point lead. Let's go back and look at Nevada in 2016. Trump won the election that year. He won Nevada that year. He was up about 1.6% on this day, October 30th, 2016. We go over to 2020. Biden was up by about 4.5%. He won it by 2.4%. Right now, Trump has a very slight edge in that poll. Still too close to call. We'll get back to this. Let's go to North Carolina. In 2016, Donald Trump won the 16 electoral college votes in North Carolina. Trump won it by about 74,000 votes, or 1.3%. If we go to North Carolina right now, take a look at what the polls look like now. Trump's got a 1% lead. And he's had a lead from the get-go. He has done very well. Large lead over Biden here, 1.67 points. And then Biden withdrew. Trump still enjoyed a little bit of a lead. And then Harris, a little traction, a little excitement going here. Her base ramped up. But Trump has taken the lead and has not given it back, although it's been very close. As both candidates take a little turn to the upswing, Harris has clicked up a little bit, but Trump keeps pace with her. We go to North Carolina. Trump up 0.2 percentage point, and he won in 16. This date 4 years ago, just a week before the presidential election, Biden was up about a percentage point, a little more than a half. Trump won it. Trump is up confidently right now. Looking at the numbers, looking at everything, carries through. North Carolina will go to Donald Trump. He's now only 8 electoral college votes away. Vice President Kamala Harris, on the other hand, is about 45 electoral college votes away. We're going to look at a couple of scenarios here. We're going to take a look at the state of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Let's go to Wisconsin first. Harris is up just 0.2 percentage point. You've got 270 to win, which is another very reputable polling gathering agency. Collects multiple polls, averages them out, spits out the data. They've got Trump up by about 0.4 point. Let's go to Wisconsin in 2016. Clinton was up 5.5% the week before the election. Trump took that state narrowly, but he still snatched it from her. Biden in 2020 was up 6.4 points a week from the election day. We all know what happened there. He only won that state by less than 20,000. Right now, Harris is up by 0.2 of a percentage point. How does this play out? Trump has made a lot of traction. He has made a lot of headway. Go back to this Wisconsin poll. I mean, to deviate from it, Harris has enjoyed a pretty good lead here since she kind of came on board. Trump, she actually had a fairly large lead at one point here. She was up, a couple of points. Trump has made a lot of headway. But right now, it's really, really close. We go over here. I'm going to look at a scenario here. Kamala Harris needs 45 Electoral College votes to win. Trump only needs 8. Let's go to Michigan. Right now, Harris is up by about 0.4 of a percentage point. If we jumped over to 270, it's about the same. Michigan in 2016, a week before the election, Hillary Clinton was up almost 6.5 points. Trump took Michigan. In 2020, Biden pulled up about 8.5 points. He won Michigan by a larger margin, about a little less than half of that. He won about 3%. Nevertheless, look at how high they're polling. And Trump comes so close. Harris is only up by a half percentage point right now. Only up by half percentage point in the state of Michigan. With Nevada hanging in the wings, I'm going to tell you that Nevada, North Carolina, big players here. Trump will win North Carolina, but I'm going to show you something very interesting. Stick with me because I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios that are going to blow your mind. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Trump enjoyed a very large lead prior to Biden's withdrawal. Since that, Harris has been able to chip away at Trump's lead, and it's been back and forth, back and forth. We see now that Trump is on the upswing. Harris is struggling here to gain traction. Trump's up by about 0.8 of a percentage point. What happened in 2016? Clinton won it she was up by about 5 points. Donald Trump took Pennsylvania from her in the early hours of 2016. Biden had nearly a 4-point lead a week from Election Day. He narrowly beat Trump. He beat Trump by just a few thousand votes. Trump now has the lead. Trump is enjoying a lead in some of these swing states that he has not enjoyed on a week before the election. North Carolina, okay, Nevada, Arizona, which Trump's going to win that. He's going to take that state. That's not really a swing state. These are very, very interesting numbers that we're looking at. But let's go over here. Let's just say Kamala Harris is able to pull out Wisconsin and Nevada. Well, excuse me, I apologize. Let's say that Vice President Harris, as a neutral, she's able to pull Wisconsin. She's able to pull Nevada. She's 29 away. Okay? She has to win Michigan. She has to win Pennsylvania. Look at what you're seeing here. Vice President Harris, to win the election, she must win Nevada. She must win Wisconsin. She must win Michigan. And she must win Pennsylvania. She has to not only hold the blue wall, but she has to eke out Nevada. Donald Trump's leading Nevada. If Donald Trump pulls Nevada out, look how close this is. Nebraska, too, is huge. It's one electoral college vote. It's one. It would put Vice President Harris up 270 to 268. But she has to do something. She has to win Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. She must win. Right now, Donald Trump is leading in Pennsylvania. Trump is in a very unique position. He does not have to win Nevada. Doesn't have to. Doesn't have to win Michigan. Doesn't have to win Wisconsin or Michigan. What if Trump were to win Nevada, lose Pennsylvania? take Michigan, or take Wisconsin. Either one of those scenarios, Donald Trump is sitting very well. If you look at the polls right now, though, Donald Trump will win the 47th presidency of the United States of America by a very large margin, 312 electoral college votes to Vice President Kamala Harris's 226. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button. Also subscribe so you'll get the first notifications on when I release new videos, which are coming 2 a day. Also join me November 5th for a live stream, wall-to-wall, back-to-back coverage of the 2024 presidential election.